Even if you put in the effort to help someone, if they lack the desire to change, your effort will be in vain. Epicurus argued that it's our reactions, not the events themselves, that shape our emotions. You've always been there to lend a hand to others, which is a rare quality these days. However, it's essential to realize that no matter how good your intentions are, if the person isn't open to change, there won't be any, regardless of the support you offer. Before you pour your energy into situations that may be unsolvable, stay with us, because this video will provide guidance on signs that suggest you might be trying to open a locked door. We will discuss 9 types of people who, for various reasons, prefer not to accept help and often have to face their challenges alone. Remember to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on valuable content. Before we begin, check if you're subscribed. And if you like what you see, remember to hit the like button and, most importantly, leave your comment so this video can reach more people. Let's start with the first type of person you might not want to help. First, people who live in false realities. At the heart of human experience, there are those among us who veer into realms of falsehood, constructing alternate realities for themselves. Such individuals steep in self-authored narratives, cling to illusion as truth, and weave a fabric of deception to clothe their lives. Far from a stoic pursuit of self-awareness and inner transparency, they opt to mask their insecurities and fears with comforting fantasies. These imaginative fabrications act as both a haven and a cage, where the true state of affairs is continuously reshaped to align with their personal hopes and whims. The stoic ordeal of facing oneself with candor is forsaken, traded for the alluring ease of inhabiting a realm where inconvenient realities are shunned and only fantasies find welcome. It is a nuanced and hazardous waltz with actuality, where the stake is one's genuine self. Yet, what transpires when the facades are stripped away and actuality emerges in its stark form? Can these crafted delusions endure? Or are we inevitably bound to confront the fears and avoidances we harbor? Pondering over these ersatz realities is not merely a matter of inquisitiveness, but a summons to acknowledge and reevaluate our own authenticities. It's a proposition to look past the charades and discover the valor to lead a life that corresponds with the tangible world, despite its imperfections. The sages of Stoicism impart that we must grapple with our imperfections to mature. The conundrum with such souls is that their roots in make-believe tales are so profound that they negate other viewpoints. They overlook the fact that our minds possess the ability to transform our perception of reality, perceiving it through the prism of our sentiments rather than its actual manifestation. More often than not, their behavior stems not from malevolence but from a pattern of beguiling oneself. Such behavior may originate from deep-seated traumas or an intense desire for approval that skews their perception of existence. These challenges may have prompted them to fabricate a fantastical sanctuary for emotional survival. Endeavoring to aid these individuals poses a daunting task, as they have constructed robust mental barriers. While you might attempt to enlighten them with reality, they parry with reasoning that collapses under the scrutiny of actuality. Despite glaring evidence, they manipulate facts to conform to their accepted fiction. Genuine transformation is only possible if they concede the errors in their logic, a process that typically requires the aid of a seasoned psychological professional. This mirrors the dynamics in present-day political discourse, where people hold fast to their doctrines, ignoring rational errors and, in the face of inconsistencies, persist in their conviction of being in the right. Secondly, the opportunists. By understanding others with a depth that goes beyond the surface, we embody one of humanity's most commendable attributes. The Stoics, in their timeless wisdom, prize the art of seeing the world through the lens of empathy, embracing others' feelings with an open heart. Devoid of bias, this readiness to grasp someone's emotional context is a virtue that elevates the spirit. Yet, this very virtue can be misconstrued by some, perceived as an opening for exploitation. There are those who, twisting the concept of empathy, see in another's generosity a vulnerability to be taken advantage of, donning the guise of friendship with selfish motives. How then to distinguish the genuine friend from the feigned ally? The key lies in the vigilant observation of their actions. A faithful friend seeks support in times of true need, displaying a mutual exchange of respect and care. In contrast, the exploiters expose themselves through a consistent pattern of requests and favors, often for trivial situations or those they could resolve on their own. The frequency and nature of their appeals are clear indicators of their real motives. Thus, as we intersect with others, it is crucial that empathy does not blind us to the reality of their intentions. We must couple the heart's generosity with the mind's caution, ensuring that our compassion is not misapplied, but directed towards those who value and reciprocate it in kind. Some individuals possess an almost artistic ability to induce guilt in others. Initially, they might laud your qualities, inquiring, "Could you do this for me?" Seeing as you're such a good friend, seeking help occasionally is common. But these individuals habitually ask for assistance, even in situations they could handle independently. They do not regard your time as valuable. It's a precarious situation, as you find yourself acquiescing to their demands against your better judgment. They know how to make you feel in the wrong for refusing, and even after countless rescues, they do not change, believing there will always be someone to bail them out. It is advised that you contemplate distancing yourself from these individuals without remorse. After all, your own well-being and responsibilities should be your foremost concern. Thirdly, the self-absorbed. There are those so immersed in themselves that they seem to believe the universe revolves around them. Self-worship is a puzzling and often draining trait of human nature. On life's path, it's inevitable to encounter those for whom the world is the pivot around which all perceivable reality orbits. They dwell in the delusion that each event, each whisper of fate, reverberates due to their presence. Picture this scene: you're sharing your frustrations about the city's chaotic traffic, and there stands the self-centered individual, diminishing your account with a sort of casual scorn, simply because they weren't ensnared in that gridlocked web. Or when you're beaming with joy, sharing news of a newly secured job, the same person quickly casts a pall over your good tidings, bemoaning the stagnant path of their own career. This behavior can be likened to emotional vampirism, where your energy and joy are drained to satiate the insatiable void of their needs and dramas.